Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I'm back again with an 8th video now, and I'm just brimming with information, so I'm winging this on my own to let you all know that the world of all good people need to really get involved with fighting against Satan, who is really only Jehovah God and a severely bad, criminally insane madman and lunatic, psychopathic mind. For 6,000 years, he formed himself there, completely confused as a criminal first. You'll read it all on the website at www.goddeclaresworldpeace.com. All 9 pages, the whole story. And now we got 8 or 9 videos. I'm back 3 days later, and I expect to be back in another 3 or 4 days if I survive with a conclusion to this. And all these videos can be seen on YouTube, Daniel Mantle, for a full understanding of what has transpired here between Satan and Daniel Mantle, again, who is just simply Jehovah God, so the world should not get in a great fear of what's going on here, but they should get involved with what's going on here to let the Muslim insurgency and the leaders of the Eastern Bloc to know not to listen to this little spirit man whom they know personally and whom is spooking them by sitting on their shoulders, because he is a little 4.5 foot tall spirit who could do that and talk to in their ears and lead them to fight wars against the West, East to West wars. And he's like a little dictator, and hoping the last one will ever evolve here as he stands down to become a two-voice government of democracies and quits trying to create dictators to rule the world from the East to the West, which has been happening actually for 2,500 years. He was so confused to be the opposite of who he really is, you see. A criminal getting everything backwards. And all kinds of just after the Garden of Eden, when he got knocked into this wrong mind of a 2-year-old, upside down actually, in his madman lunatic mind, getting everything backwards and starting all kinds of wrongful oppression on the world, especially to destroy it in his mind. Now, he kept these 2 viewpoints. Over 4,000 years, he managed to get a salvation plan done. But after that, he was so darkly confused in criminal mind, he was like a dark alien, Darth Vader, alien evil spirit from outer space, who was completely confused to destroy the world still. So he just canned the civilization as a 2 times hard guy, actually thinking that the whole world should be made of 2 times hard guys, which is actually all criminals. From his criminal mind in the beginning, because he was an alien that flew in here and found point made. But in order to be the Rock of Ages and the good God man forever, the concept he got at that time to be his #1 job, he didn't know the patterns for human man with man and woman. So he just went to the jungle in self-defense before he really explored this world, claimed it would be his world and his house, and formed himself out of a gorilla named Lucifer. Now, as we go along in time and understanding, as I talk this out, this is the most important problem that he had, to go in and form himself out of a gorilla named Lucifer. And from this formation of his mind and whole system, he actually formed himself into the better man for the criminal man. And he got totally confused just after the garden when he got blown out of his mind, thinking that the woman Eve had destroyed Adam, and that was the pattern for the whole civilization. The woman was destroying mankind, and by the time the salvation plan was over, he thought the woman had destroyed the whole Christian civilization, which is the mainstream, and he's on the outside looking in instead of on top. So he canned it, became the false prophet. He gave the Christian civilization to Jesus to be our God, and went undercover as a kingpin in the underworld, actually, and a superpower crazy troubled son, and claimed all the gold mine of the churches to be his, and became the first superpower as Satan to destroy the world. And he became the false prophet that sat down with Muhammad and started a new religion, which divided the world. And it was only to be a warring religion against the Christians to destroy the human race. Like I showed you, the peaceful world would be all Christians, and it was made perfect, but he mistakenly divided it, Satan's world, east to destroy the west, to destroy the world, because you got so confused, which would have left the hard guys ruling the world as dictators and bad guys, destroying each country that was made, and destroys the world. So it don't work. We have to go back to an all Christians world where all religions, he was so confused, to make them all different, to harden up the people, because he used the pattern of the gorilla, thinking that all the human race was supposed to be made from the pattern of a gorilla, like this way, 2 times hard, both sides, instead of 2 times soft, the Christian world, the actual truth of it all. So this gorilla pattern that he made himself into, once he got knocked into his wrong mind of a 2-year-old, really confused him to start destroying the world and beating on it to beat 2 times hard, and got into war making to destroy the softies 500 years before the salvation plan. So he became an enemy against mankind altogether. So I am dealing with him today. I am Daniel Mantle of Common Ground. You will find all these videos on YouTube, Daniel Mantle, as I introduce myself and come out all together. And Common Ground is found, and I was caught in the middle of this. And in 2005, I had fixed the abortion law, but the Spirit told me not to go there in my prayers, so I didn't go, and it fell through. Now, he did that because this is his set-up law to destroy the world. Again, I'll show you again. Set up law to destroy the world. He became such a great criminal mind in knowing how to destroy the world from the east to the west. So he influenced the abortion law, and once we fix that, it has to be fixed. We will create a perfect world again. More perfect than the all-Christian world. Again, the religions were only made different. He made them different. He's been a busy guy, and so he's commanded that all the religions to just eventually switch to all Christian, but the Muslim definitely goes down as they become an all Christian world from east to west, and he comes out as the Jehovah God man, the real ruler of the world, who actually declares world peace. www.com. And there are no more wars. They are all called down. No more Holy Jedi. And this actually, he came to me 4 years ago, almost 5, leading the world revolution to get Red China to attack us and wipe out America first, which would, as he led the East, a leader of the East, as an evil, completely confused, wipe out America, which will, he can fly back to the East and lead the Eastern half down into Armageddon. So this period of time has passed where he could not get the whole world destroyed. But just a year ago, he realized he could destroy the Eastern half. So he called Holy Jihad wrongly. So we're trying to prevent Holy Jihad. and that was just to destroy Eastern Man. So I'll bring in the next rest of this in the next video because we're out of time again. But the real danger of the life of the world surviving is over. But we're still trying to stop the Eastern Man. Him swooping the Eastern Man into World War III and Apocalypse Now already. Actually, half of the Apocalypse Now. Okay, done.